This is one of the scariest haunted house attractions I've ever been.
Welcome to Paranormal Night Shift, your home for all things that go bump in the dark and your fan stories told here. Today's story comes from Tommy in Boston, Massachusetts, and is called The Escape Room. I had just gotten out of a long relationship and was newly single. My brother and his girlfriend kept trying to hook me up with all of her friends, but nothing ever worked out. Till Katie. Katie was a friend of my brother's girlfriend's, and we decided that we were all going to go on a double date. I hated the idea, but it was going to be fun. My brother and his girlfriend decided that we should do something fun and unusual, something to really kind of break the ice. I looked on Groupon to see what I could find, and there was nothing cool. Bowling, laser tag, it all seemed really lame. But then I saw something for Jack's House of Horrors, an escape room. With it being close to Halloween and spooky season, it was only going to be $20 for all of us to go. It seemed like it was going to be too good to be true, but, you know, I wanted to do something exciting. I was new into this dating world, and this would at least give us something to talk about. I booked it, and I got the address, and we all headed there that night. The first warning was that it was a residential address. It was out in the middle of the boonies. Nobody ever goes down that way, but that was what the address was. We pull up to this old house. Man, this thing looks really creepy. Are you sure this is the right place? My brother said. It was the address that's here on the thing. We knock on the door, and this guy opens the door. He looked like Norman Bates. Clean cut, but dirty and disheveled all at the same time. The house smelled like sweat and sulfur. "Welcome to Jack's House of Horrors," he said. "You've got an hour in the escape room. You gotta figure out the crime scene." The whole thing seemed really cheesy, but I was trying to impress this girl. We go in there, and the room is just damp and dark and musty smelling. There's plastic on the walls and fake blood everywhere. The story was that there was a crime scene, that a murder had taken place, and we had to figure out who did it. The big steel door slammed behind us, and the lights go off. Jack's voice came over the speaker. "All right, you have an hour. I hope you can figure it out." This is so lame and a horrible idea. I know I have no chance with Katie now. But that's when weird stuff started to happen. Like, the blood, it was warm. Fake blood's not supposed to be warm, and it's supposed to be like cornstarchy. It was warm, like it was fresh. There was a smell, such a horrible smell. It makes me gag thinking about it. There were shards of glass everywhere. I actually cut my hand on one of them as we were searching. "Hey man, I cut my hand." Like, you gotta open the door. "You still have 45 minutes, the voice said loud over the speaker. "No, like seriously, I'm hurt. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I think I might even need stitches. This is bad." But he never opened the door. Now I'm kind of freaking out. This guy's really playing into this thing, man. Like, he's really into this. My hand's messed up, but I think I'll be okay. Let's just figure this out, okay? Let's just figure this out. The more we investigated, the more the props were real. Those really were dead rats on the floor. There really were blood everywhere. It was all real. This wasn't a game. This was this guy's sick, twisted, demented way of admitting that he did something. "Hey man, let us out. We don't want to play anymore. Hey, dude, this isn't funny. You gotta get us out of here." We came across severed body parts and hair, his laughing coming over the speakers, and then the lights went out. I could feel his breath on my back. He had entered the room. He was in here with us, but we couldn't see anything. "Man, get away from us, creepy. This is weird. Dude, get away." I could hear Katie and my brother's girlfriend screaming as he grabbed at them, pawing at them, touching them. Me and my brother, we couldn't see anything. It was so dark. It was so crowded and cluttered. We couldn't see anything. We couldn't help them. My arms were spread out. I grabbed a hold of a body, yelling to make sure it wasn't somebody I knew, asking if it was my brother. Nobody would answer. I swung upon the body over and over again, striking it viciously as hard as I could. It went black. Something had hit me in the back of the head. That's the last thing I remember. I woke up in my own bed, sweating, panicking, fever dream. It was all just a dream. My brother had called me that morning. Hey man, what do you want to do tonight with these girls? I want to introduce you to Katie. We were thinking about doing an escape room. Is that something you'd be interested in? It had all been a dream. My brother brought up an idea that we should go to an escape room. Jack's House of Horrors. I don't know if it was a premonition. I don't know if it was nerves, but of course I said no. Katie and I have been dating now for a couple weeks. Things are going well. Never go to an escape room with her. I later found out from a news article about an escape room out in Boston to where a guy was trapping people in there and hurting them. I don't know if it was some sort of guardian angel making sure that this didn't happen to us, but I know it's paranormal and I can't explain my dream.